Hi guys! So this is our first lecture for business combinations. Okay? So we'll discuss about, of course, the definition, what is business combination, tas ano ba yung mga legal forms niya, what are the types, and of course, the reasons why we do business combination. And finally, how do we record this kind of transaction? First, ano ba yung business combination? Of course, this is a transaction or event in which an acquirer obtains control of one or more businesses, which is yun yung acquiree. Ang sinasabi lang yan, merong isang bumili at merong isang binili na negosyo. Okay. In simple words, it can be when two or more separate businesses join into a single accounting entity. So, sabi natin, merong more than one business, naging isang business na lang siya. So, what we talk about here is the accounting entity and not legal entity. Bakit kaya? Sabi kasi natin sa accounting, substance over form. The economic substance over the legal form. Pwede kasing after the business combinations, madami pa rin yung entities na yon. Pero in reality, iisa na lang siya pag tiningnan mo in substance. Kasi iisa lang yung ultimate na may-ari or may control. So that is still covered under the business combination. Okay. Then ano-ano ba yung mga legal forms of business combination? It's mainly categorized into three. It can either be a statutory merger or consolidation or an acquisition of stocks. When you say merger, si Company A, binili niya si Company B. And then after the business combination, it can be either A or B. What it is saying is that after the transaction, nagkaroon ka lang ng isang surviving company. Okay. Whereas kapag consolidation naman, si Company A, binili niya si Company B, pero naging Company C. Nawala totally si Company A and B to form a new Company C. So, walang surviving company. For the last, acquisition of stocks, si A at B, binili niya si B, pero after the business combination, they are still existing as A and B. What just happened is that si Company A, naging parent company ni subsidiary B. So, nagkaroon ka lang ng parent-subsidiary relationship. Okay? And then, example. So, just to further illustrate, an actual example of a statutory merger is when Grab acquired Uber. Remember that sometime in 2018, Grab acquired Uber to become Grab in Southeast Asia, right? So, si Uber, nawala na siya. It became Grab as one entity. Grab a surviving entity. For the statutory consolidation, ito medyo matagal na eh. I think around 2007 when BDO Unibank acquired Equitable PCI. It's one of those benchmark or landmark acquisitions in the country because it was the first time na yung smaller bank, binili niya si Equitable na larger bank. That time, Equitable was 3 times larger than BDO in terms of capitalization. So, maliit lang talaga nun si BDO, but it became the BDO Equitable PCI right after the business combination. So, that's an example of consolidation. And then lastly, an example for acquisition of stocks. Nung si Jollibee, last year lang yata to, Jollibee acquired CBTL, the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. So, after the acquisition, di nga natin to namalayan, baka nga hindi nyo pa alam, diba? Kasi, after the acquisition, they remained to be separate entities. What just happened is that Jollibee is now the parent company of CBTL. So, now we'll proceed to the types of business combination. So, we have 5 major. Of course, business combinations can be really broad. Sobrang daming klaseng business combination yung pwedeng mangyari. But it is categorized into 5 major types. So, it can be horizontal or vertical, market extension or product extension, or conglomeration. Ano-ano yung pinakaiba nila? For horizontal, yung dalawang nag-combine na entities, two or more na entities na nag-combine, there are actually competitors. Meaning, they sell the same products, they render the same services. An example, yung katulad nung kanina, Grab and Uber, they were competitors, right? And then, the motivation for having a horizontal business combination is that, of course, to improve your market share. So, after that, diba, na-monopolize nila halos actually yung TNVS services in Southeast Asia. So, yon, nag-improve yung market reach mo. For the vertical, yung dalawang nag-combine na businesses are suppliers, customers. So, it's either si customer, binili niya si supplier, that's upward, vertical business combination. The reason why a customer will buy a supplier is para magkaroon siya ng better supply chain management. So, that's usually it. So, yung supplier mo, sure ka na sa'yo magsusupply kasi owned mo na din siya eh. The other way around is when a supplier buys a customer. So that, in that, ang motivation for that is to have improved supply chain, pero downwards. Okay, an example will be when Walt Disney acquired Pixar. Of course, Walt Disney is an entertainment company. Pixar is an animation studio. So, yung mga products ni Pixar, si Walt Disney na yung nagmamonopolize na magpalabas after the business combination. The third, market extension. When you say market extension, business combination, it's when yung combining entities mo, they actually sell the same products, pero in different markets. Example is when Ayala bought Zalora. Si Ayala, of course, we know they own physical stores, they have shopping malls. And then si Zalora is an online selling platform. So, nung mabili ni Ayala si Zalora, Ayala now can also venture not just selling through physical stores, but also selling online. So, yun siya. The motivation for that is to have, of course, a different channel to sell your products. Product extension is when the combining entities sell different but related products. Magkaibang produkto pero ano naman sila? Related. An example will be, ito matagal na lalo, 1970s, when PepsiCo acquired Pizza Hut. Kaya lang ito yung kinuha kong example, kahit hindi siya current actually, is ito yung mga naunang landmark or benchmark din. Benchmark na business combination when a supplier or when a company as big as that na selling food and beverage or snacks and beverage business ventures into food service. Si PepsiCo is actually the company that manufactures that time Pepsi, Lay's, Tropicana, Quaker, and Gatorade. Pero binili niya, so makipapansin mo, ano to, diba? Snacks and beverage. Binili niya yung food service company. So magkaiba sila ng produktong tinitinda, pero medyo related. Diba? So, the advantage of that is that from then on, yung mga stores ni Pizza Hut, exclusively Pepsi products yung beverage. And of course, they can leverage on their technologies, on how they prepare their products. Okay. So, yung type ng business combination, nawala dyan sa apat na yan, it can be considered conglomeration. Unrelated yung companies na nag-combine. So, an example will be SM Investments acquired to Go. Of course, you know, si SM, they're into real estate, shopping malls, and all. Tapos, binili niya yung isang transportation and logistics company. Di ba, medyo hindi naman sila related. The reason why you do conglomeration is when you wanna do business that's in a different industry. So, para lang ma-expand mo and ma-diversify mo yung businesses mo. That's the main reason. So, Ito, actually, nabanggit ko na yung iba kanina eh. Pero these are generally the motivations for business combination. Pero madami pang iba bukod dito ha. Ito lang yung main. By merging, the companies hope to benefit from the following. Staff reductions. Syempre, yung magiging presidente ng companies na nag-combine, isa na lang. Yung admin functions, isa na lang. So, lower cost din. Economies of scale, you can leverage on each other. And then, acquiring new technologies, intangibles, you can acquire their processes as well. Improved market reach and visibility. So, since kapag dumami or lumaki yung company mo, mas madami ka nang masaservice. And of course, all other motivations, reasons why you do business combinations. That's basically it. Finally, ang bilis, di ba? Accounting for business combination. How do we record business combinations? There are two main methods how you record. It can be either pooling of interest or acquisition method. Ang pinagkaiba nilang dalawa, si pooling of interest, they recognize the net assets of the acquiree at book values. Whereas, si acquisition method, it recognizes the net assets of the acquiree at fair value. Yun lang. That's the main difference. Yung valuation method na ginamit for pooling of interest, book value. For acquisition method, fair value. That's it. And then, for PFRS 3, ang allowed lang na method actually is the acquisition method. This is where we will focus on our next discussions. Dito lang, acquisition method, kasi siya lang yung allowed. But why do we discuss the pooling of interest? Because under PQNA 2011-02, pwede mong gamitin yung pooling of interest method kapag meron kang business combination under common control, tapos wala siyang commercial substance. Okay, ano na naman tong mga pinagsasasabi ko, kakaiba na naman, di ba? Sabi ko, business combination under common control, pwede mong gamitin yung pooling of interest method. Example, an actual scenario wherein in 2018, San Miguel Pure Foods acquired shares of Ginebra San Miguel and San Miguel Brewery. Note that these three companies are already, prior to business combination, they are already under San Miguel Corporation. So, business combination under common control is when the combining entities are already under the same parent company. Isa lang yung may-ari sa kanila. Tapos nag-combine pa sila, nagbilihan pa sila within. So, this is usually done when you have corporate restructuring. So, after the business combination, sila pa rin naman yan. You still have three companies, San Miguel Pure Foods, Ginebra San Miguel, and San Miguel Brewery. It's just that si San Miguel Pure Foods now is the parent company of subsidiaries Ginebra and San Miguel Brewery. So, nagkaroon ng another layer. Hindi na sila direct na subsidiary ni San Miguel Corp. They are now the subsidiary of San Miguel Pure Foods to form the San Miguel Food and Beverage Group under San Miguel Corporation still. So, it's actually an scenario accounted for under the pooling of interest method. So, hindi palaging acquisition method. But, again, on our next meeting, kasi patapos na tayo, on our next meeting, we'll discuss solely on the acquisition method of business combination. So, that's it. Ganun lang kasimple yung introduction natin. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to send me a message or a question via group chat or our Teams kapag meron na tayong Teams. So, just let me know of your thoughts. Goodbye!